So we are at stage 3, paragraph page 137. Okay, and our last headword was peace. Full stage revision. 137,
Uh,
peace.
uh, uh, I just finished
Oh,
the
so that's correct. You
lesson
are now at
from
page
from example.
150, right?
Yeah, that's
150,
right.
last headword was when? Oh, just recently.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
very good. Okay, 150, recently. Okay, so when? Okay, let's start from where you ended. Ready? Here we
Yeah,
go.
I'm ready.
What other words can we use instead of whereas? What other words can we use instead of whereas? We can use while
We can use
and
while
whilst
and
instead
while
of whereas.
instead whereas.
Very good. Which word do we use the most when we speak? Which word do we use the most when we speak? We generally
We
use
normally
whereas
use
the most
whereas
when we
when
speak.
we speak.
Very good. Is that an old building you're in at the moment? Is that an old building you're in at the moment? Yes or no?
No,
This isn't
this building,
an old building. This isn't
it, this isn't
an old
old,
building
old
I'm
building
in at the moment.
I'm in at the moment.
Right? Are your shoes new? Are your shoes new? Yes or no?
Uh, no,
My
my
shoes
shoes
aren't
aren't
new.
new.
They're old.
They are old.
Very good. Is your shirt older than your shoes? Is your shirt older than your shoes? No. My shirt
No,
isn't
my shirt
older than my
isn't older
shoes.
than my
It's
shoes.
newer
It's
than my shoes.
newer than my shoes.
Very good. What's the newest thing you're wearing? What's the newest thing you're wearing? My
My shirts,
is the
the
newest thing
my shirts, the newest things
I'm
I'm
wearing.
wearing.
Very good. What's the difference between new and young? What's the difference between new and young? The difference
The difference
between new and
between
young.
you and you is that
One more.
uh,
The
you,
difference between new
the
and
difference
young
between you
is
and
that
young
we use
is
new
that
for
we use
things,
you for
whereas
things,
we use
whereas
young for
we use
people.
young for people.
Very good. Is Miss Brown an old woman? Is Miss Brown an old woman? No. Miss
Uh,
Brown isn't an old woman.
no, no, huh?
No,
No,
Miss
no.
Brown
This one
isn't an
isn't
old woman.
an old woman.
She's a young girl.
Uh, she's a young girl.
Very good. Are you older than your mother? Are you older than your mother? No, I'm
No,
not
I'm
older
not
than
older
my
than my
mother.
mom.
I'm younger
I'm
than my
younger than my
mother.
mom.
Very good. Who's the youngest in your family? Who's the youngest in your family? My
My brother's
is the
the
youngest
youngest
in my family.
in our family.
Very good. Okay, next. What am I doing? What am I doing? You're putting your hand
You are putting your
on the
hand
table.
on the table.
Well, what am I doing? What am I doing? You're taking your
You are
hand
taking your hand
off the
from the
table.
table.
Off the
Off
table.
the table. Off the table.
Very good. Okay, next, what am I doing? What am I doing? You're putting your hat
You are
on.
putting your hat on
What am I
your
doing?
head.
What am I doing? You're taking
You are taking
your hat off your
your
head.
hat off your head.
Very good. Okay. What do we put on when we go out in winter? What do we put on when we go out in winter? We put our
We put
hats
on or we put on a hat
and coats
and
when
coat.
we go out in winter.
We go out in winter.
Well, what do we take off when we come into a building? What do we take off when we come into a building? We take our
We take
hats
our
and
hat
coats off
and coat off
when we come
when
into a building.
we come into a building.
Very good. What are the two most important holidays of the year in Europe? What are the two most important holidays of the year in Europe? The two most important
The two most
holidays of the year.
the two most
Most
important
holidays of the year
holidays of the year
in Europe
in
are
Europe
Christmas and
are
Easter.
Christmas and Easter.
When's Christmas? When's Christmas? Christmas is
Christmas
on the 25th,
uh, the Christmas is
on
on the
the
25th
25th of December.
of December.
When's Easter? When's Easter? Easter's in
Easter
spring,
is in spring,
either in March or in
either
April.
in March or
In
April.
April.
E- Either in March or in April.
Very good. Is this box empty? Is this box empty? No, that
No,
box
that
isn't
box
empty.
isn't
It's
empty.
full.
It's full.
Are your pockets full of money? Are your pockets full of money? Yes or no?
No, my
My
pockets
pockets
isn't
aren't
empty.
full of money.
It, uh.
Aren't
Uh, uh,
full of money.
my
My pockets.
my pockets aren't full of money.
Very good. We use aren't because pockets many. So aren't full. Very good. If we
Um,
say pocket,
uh,
so isn't full. Okay. Next, is your stomach empty after a large meal? Is your stomach empty after a large meal? No, my stomach
no,
isn't
my
empty
stomach isn't
after a
empty
large meal.
after a
It's
large
full.
meal. It's full.
Are the streets full of people during the night? Are the streets full of people during the night? No, the
No,
streets aren't
there
full of
are,
people.
no,
The streets,
no. This week,
the
um,
streets, the
and
streets
that street,
aren't full,
that street
aren't
aren't
full
full
of people
of
during the
people.
night. They're empty during
They
the
are
night.
empty during the night.
Very good. Can we see the sun in the sky during the night? Can we see the sun in the sky during the night? No, we can't
No,
see the sun
we can see
in
the
the
sun
sky
in the
during the
sky
night,
during the night,
but we can see the
but we can
moon and
see
the
the
stars.
moon and stars
What color
during
is
the
the
night.
moon? What color is the moon? The moon's the
The
color of
moon's
silver.
the color of silver.
Very good. Can we count the stars? Can we count the stars? No,
No,
we can't
we
count.
can't count the stars.
Very good. Okay. Of these three subjects, mathematics, history, and geography, which do you like the most? Of these three subjects, mathematics, history, and geography, which do you like the most? Of those three
Those
subjects,
three subjects,
mathematics,
mathematics,
history, and
history,
geography,
and geography.
I like
I like
the
mathematics the
most.
most.
Very good. About how many subjects must children generally study at school? About how many subjects must children generally study at school? Children must
Uh, children must
generally
study.
study, generally study,
Okay.
children
Children must
must
generally
generally
study
about
about
8 subjects
10,
at school. Or
8 subjects at school.
very good. Do you like the subject of mathematics? Do you like the subject of mathematics? Yes or no?
Yes,
I like the subject
I like the
of
subject of mathematics.
mathematics. Very good. What do we do when we get up in the morning? What do we do when we get up in the morning? We wash and dress.
We
When we
wash
get up in the morning, we wash and
we,
dress
when we get up,
in the
we
morning. Okay,
wash
one
and
more.
dress in the okay, okay.
We wash and dress
Okay. We wash and dress
when we get
when
up.
we get up in the morning.
Perfect. Very good.
Uh,
Do you dress before washing? Do you dress before washing? Yes or no?
no, I don't
Dress
dress before
before
washing.
washing. I wash before
I
dressing.
wash before dressing.
Very good. What do we wash our hands with? What do we wash our hands with? We wash our
We
hands
wash our
with
heads with
soap and water.
a soap and
One
water.
more. We wash our hands
We wash our
with
hands
soap and
with
water.
soap and water.
What do we wash our hair with? What do we wash our hair with? We wash our
We wash
hair
our heads.
with
Uh,
shampoo,
we wash our hairs
with shampoo
with
and
shampoo
water.
and water.
Very good. Is it hot in Finland? Is it hot in Finland? No,
No,
it isn't
it
hot
isn't
in
hot in
Finland.
Finland.
It's cold.
It's cold in Finland.
Is it warm in autumn? Is it warm in autumn? No, it isn't
No,
warm
it
in
isn't
autumn.
warm in winter.
It's cool.
It's cool.
Is it hotter in winter than in summer? Is it hotter in winter than in summer? No, it
No,
isn't
it isn't
hotter in
hotter
winter
in
than in
winter than
summer.
in summer.
It's
It's
colder
colder
in winter
in
than
winter
in
than
summer.
in
Very good. Which is one of the hottest countries in the world? Which is one of the hottest countries in the world? India is one
India.
of the
Is
hottest countries
India is one of the hottest country
in
in
the
the world.
world. Which is one of the coldest countries in the world? Which is one of the coldest countries in the world? Finland is
Finland
one
is one
of
of
the
the
coldest countries.
coldest country in the world.
Very good. Is it as hot in Scandinavia as in Spain? Is it as hot in Scandinavia as in Spain? No, it
No,
isn't as hot
isn't
in
uh,
Scandinavia. As hot
no Okay, okay.
No,
No, no,
no, it
no.
isn't
It,
as
it
hot
it isn't
as hot
as hot
in
in
Scandinavia
India
as in
as
Spain.
in.
It's colder in
It's
Scandinavia
colder in
than in
Scandinavia
Spain.
than in Spain.
Very good. What am I doing? What am I doing? You're tasting your finger.
You are tasting your finger.
Do you like the taste of tea without sugar? Do you like the taste of tea without sugar? Yes or no?
Yes,
I
yes.
like
I
the
like
taste of
the
tea
taste of tea
without
without sugar.
sugar. What do we taste with? What do we taste with? We taste
We
with
taste
our
with
tongues.
our tongues.
Very good. What's the difference between as many as and as much as? What's the difference between as many as and as much as? The difference
The
between
difference
as
between
many
as
as
many
and as much
as much
is
as
that we
is that
use
we
as
use
many as for
as
things
many
we
for
can
things
count
we
and as much as
and
for
as much
things
as
we can't count.
for things we can't count.
Very good. Have I got as many fingers on my left hand as on my right? Have I got as many fingers on my left hand as on my right? Yes, you've got
Yes,
as
you
many
got
fingers
as
on
many
your left hand,
fingers as
on your left hand,
on your left
as on your right.
hand as on your right hand.
Very good. Do you eat as much food for dinner as you do for lunch? Do you eat as much food for dinner as you do for lunch? Yes or no?
No, I
I
don't
eat
eat.
as much
No, 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 I don't eat as much.
food for dinner.
No, I don't eat as much
Food
food
for dinner
for dinner
as
as
I
for
do
lunch,
for lunch. As I
as
do
as I do for
for
lunch.
lunch. I eat less food for
I
dinner
eat less food for
than I
dinner
do for
than
lunch.
I do for lunch.
Very good. Have I got as many feet as fingers? Have I got as many feet as fingers? No, you haven't
No,
got as many
you
feet
haven't got as many
as
feet.
fingers. As
Uh,
fingers. As fingers.
uh,
One more. No, we haven't got.
uh,
No,
uh,
we haven't
no,
got
we haven't
as
got
many feet
as many
as
feet
fingers.
as
We've
fingers.
got fewer feet,
We've got
fewer feet
a fewer feet
than fingers.
than fingers.
Very good. Do you drink as much fruit juice as water? Do you drink as much fruit juice as water? No, I
No,
don't drink
I
as
don't
much
drink
fruit juice
as much fruit
as
juice
water.
as
I drink
I
less
drink
fruit juice
less fruit
than
juice
water.
than water.
Do you think you read as many books as your father? Do you think you read as many books as your father? Yes or no?
Uh, no,
I
I don't.
I
I don't read.
no, I don't think
No, I don't.
I read.
Uh,
No, I don't think
no, I don't
I
think
read as many books
I read as many
as my
books
father.
as my
I
father.
think I read fewer
I
books
think I read fewer
than my
books
father.
than my father.
Very good. Okay. Do you send cards to your friends at Christmas time? Do you send cards to your friends at Christmas time? Yes or no?
No,
I
I don't send
cards to my friends
uh, cards cards to my
at
friends
Christmas
when
time. At
in
at Christmas time.
at Christmas time.
Very good. One more. No, I don't send
No,
cards to my
no, I
friends
don't
at
send
Christmas
cards
time.
to my friends at Christmas time.
Very good. Do you send postcards to your friends and family when you go on holiday? Do you send postcards to your friends and family when you go on holiday? Yes or no?
No, I
I
don't
don't send
send
postcards to my
postcard
friends
to my
and
friends
family when
or
I go
and
on
when I
holiday.
go on holiday.
Very good. When you go on holiday, do you take photos with a camera or with your phone? When you go on holiday, do you take photos with a camera or with your phone? When I go on holiday,
When I go on
I take
holiday,
photos with
I take
photos with
with
my
photos with my
my
phone.
phone. Very good. Okay. What's the opposite of send? What's the opposite of send? The opposite of send
The opposite
is
send
receive.
is receive.
Very good. Do you receive more letters than emails? Do you receive more letters than emails? No. I
No,
don't receive
I don't
more
receive
letters
more
than emails.
letters than
I
email.
receive fewer
I
letters
receive fewer
than
letters than
emails.
email.
Can you email people from your mobile phone? Can you email people from your mobile phone? Yes or no?
Yeah,
I
yes,
can
I
email
can
people
email
from my
people
mobile phone.
from my mobile phone.
Do you reply to all the emails you receive? Do you reply to all the emails you receive? No,
No,
I don't
I
reply
don't
to
reply
all the
to
emails
all the email
I receive.
I
I
receive.
only reply
I
to
only
some of
reply
them.
some of them.
Very good. Do you generally contact your friends by texting them or by phoning them? Do you generally contact your friends by texting them or by phoning them? I generally
I
contact
generally
my
contact
friends
my friends
by
by texting
them.
them.
Texting them. Very good. If you want to
Okay.
send somebody a quick message, do you write a text or an email? If you want to send somebody a quick message, do you write a text or an email? If I want to send
If I want,
somebody
if I want to send
a quick
somebody
message,
a
I
quick
write a
message,
text.
I write a text.
Very good. What's the difference between a house and a flat? What's the difference between a house and a flat? The difference between
The difference
a
between
house and a flat
house and a
is
flat
that a
is
house
that
is a
a
building,
house is a building,
whereas a flat
whereas
is
a
part
flat
of a building.
is a
Part
building.
is part of a building.
Is a part of building.
Very good. What do we call a building which is divided into many flats? What do we call a building which is divided into many flats? We call a building
We call
which
a
is
building
divided,
to
which is divided.
uh,
We
we call
a
the
building
building
which is
which is dividing
which is divided
which is dividing
into many flats,
into many
a
flats.
block of flats, a block of flats.
Block of flats.
Very good. Block, like a
A
block of
block of
flats,
flats.
like that. Block of flats. Okay, very good.
A block of flats.
One more. We call a building
We call a
which
building
is
which is
divided
divided
into many flats,
into many
a
flats.
block
A
of
block
flats.
of flats.
Very good. Do you live in a house? Do you live in a house? Yes or no? I live.
Yes, I live in a house.
Very good. Okay, next. Do most people in your country live in houses or flats? Do most people in your country live in houses or flats? Most people in my
People in my
country live in.
country live in a house.
Very good. How many floors are there in your building? How many floors are there in your building? There are
There are two
floors
floors
in my building.
in my building.
Very good. Is Japan near England? Is Japan near England? No. Japan
No,
isn't near
Japan
England.
isn't near
It's
England.
far from
It's
England.
far from England.
Very good. Is France further from England than China? Is France further from England than China? No. France isn't further
No, France isn't further
from England than China.
from England than
It's
China.
nearer England
It's near
than China.
England than China.
Very good. Of these three countries, France, Greece, and Japan, which is the nearest to England? Of these three countries, France, Greece, and Japan, which is the nearest to England? Of those three countries,
Those three
France,
countries, France,
Greece, and Japan,
Greece, and Japan,
France is the
France,
nearest to England.
France is the nearest to England.
Very good. And which of those three countries is the furthest from England? And which of those three countries is the furthest from England? Of those three
Those
countries,
three countries,
Japan is the
Japan is
furthest from England.
the farthest from England.
Very good. What do I say to you at the beginning of the lesson? What do I say to you at the beginning of the lesson? You say good morning to me.
We say good morning to me.
At the beginning, say
You say good
good
morning
morning to
to
me
me
at the beginning of the lesson.
at the beginning of the lesson.
Very good. What do I say to you at the end of the lesson? What do I say to you at the end of the lesson? You say goodbye
You
to me
say goodbye
at
to
the
me
end of the
at the
lesson.
end of the lesson.
Does January come at the end of the year? Does January come at the end of the year? No. January
No,
doesn't come. January
no. Okay, okay. No, January
Doesn't
doesn't
come at
come
the end of the year.
at, at the end of the year.
It comes
It
at the
comes
beginning of the
at
year.
the beginning of the year.
Right? Does Saturday come at the beginning of the week? Does Saturday come at the beginning of the week? No. Saturday doesn't come
Saturday
at the
isn't.
beginning
No, Saturday doesn't come
at,
at the beginning
of the week.
of the week.
It comes at the end of
It
the week.
it is at the end of the week.
Very good. Is the sun shining at the moment? Is the sun shining at the moment? Yes or no?
Yes,
The
the
sun
sun
is
shine.
shining at the
The
moment.
sun it is shining at the moment.
Does the sun shine during the night? Does the sun shine during the night? No. The sun doesn't
No, the
shine
sun
during the
doesn't
night.
shine during the night.
Can we see well during the night if the moon isn't shining? Can we see well during the night if the moon isn't shining? No. We can't
No,
see well
we can't see
during the
well
night if the
during the night
moon isn't
if
shining.
the moon isn't
We
shining.
see badly.
We see badly.
Very good. Do you go to bed early? Do you go to bed early? Yes or no?
No,
I
I
don't
don't go
go
to
to
bed
bed early.
early.
I go to bed
I
late.
go to bed late.
Very good. Do you get up early? Do you get up? I'm sorry. Do you get up late? Do you get up late? Yes or no?
No, I don't get up late.
I get
I
up
get up
early.
early.
Very good. Do the students generally come into the classroom later than the teacher? Do the students generally come into the classroom later than the teacher? No. The
No,
students, the
the
students
students
don't generally
don't
come
generally
into the
come
classroom
into the
later than
classroom
the teacher.
later than
They
teacher.
generally
They
come
generally come
into the
into the
classroom
class
earlier than he
earlier
does.
than he does.
Very good. Who gets up the earliest in your family? Who gets up the earliest in your family? My
My mother's
gets up the earliest
the earliest
in my
person
family.
in my
One
family.
more. My mother gets up
My mo-
the
my
earliest.
mother
Gets
uh,
up.
my mother's earliest get
No, not early. One
uh,
more. My mother gets up the earliest.
okay, okay, okay. My mother
Gets up
gets up the
the earliest
earliest in my
very good.
family.
Who gets up the latest in your family? Who gets up the latest in your family?
My father
Gets up
gets
the
up
latest
the
in
latest
my
in my
family.
family.
Very good. Is it light during the night? Is it light during the night? No, it
No,
isn't
it
light
isn't right
during the
during
night.
the night.
It's dark
It's that
during the night.
during the night.
Is it dark in there now? Is it dark in there now? No, it
No,
isn't
it
dark
isn't
in here
dark
now.
in
It's
here
light.
now. It's right.
Can you see in the dark? Can you see in the dark? No, I
No,
can't
we
see
no, I can
in the
see in
dark.
the dark.
Very good. Okay, next. Do you live near a station? Do you live near a station? Yes or no?
No, no,
I
I
don't
don't live
live near
near
a
a station.
station. I live far
I
from a
live
station.
from station.
Far from a station.
I live far from a station.
Right? Is the station far from there? Is the station far from there? Yes or no?
Yes,
The
the
station.
station is far from here.
Very good. What's a millionaire? What's a millionaire? A millionaire is a person
Amira is a
who
person
has a million
who has
pounds or
£1 million
more.
or
Tell me the names of some millionaires. Tell me the names of some millionaires, please. The names of
the
some
name of
millionaires
the names of some millionaires
are
are
Bill
Elon
Gates,
Musk, Bill
Elon Musk,
Gates,
etc.
uh, etc.
Very good. Have you got as much money as a millionaire? Have you got as much money as a millionaire? No, I haven't got
No,
as much
I
money
haven't got as much
as a
money
millionaire.
as a millionaire,
I've got less money
as much less
than
money
a millionaire.
than millionaire.
Very good. Is Mount Everest very high? Is Mount Everest very high? Yes. Mount
Yes,
Everest
Mount
very
Everest
high.
is very high.
Very good. Okay, so we stop there for today, but very good. Very good
Yeah,
practice for today. Enjoyed our practice. Very good listening,
thank you very much.
pronunciation, and very fast. Thank you very
Yeah.
much. See you again next lesson.